It's your boy Deadline Zelmae, and of course I'm here with. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait
Hello,
for it.
neighborhood scumbag. Here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbag, same gimmick, different day. You know the vibes. Ready
You
to
know
talk
the
wrestling with good
wrestling,
old
of course.
Zelmae.
Yeah, it is just a fan of wrestling. I told you we're gonna slightly be back every once in a while. So shout out to Uniqo Williams. Y'all want to show some love to it. So you see at the top left over there, go show some love to Uniqo Williams at uniqowilliams.com, his YouTube channel. Show him some love. He's almost to 500 and he can get paid. But this
Bro.
is just a fan, so we got to put the
Oh,
just
did
a
they
fan.
lower it? Didn't it used to be 1,000?
It did, but
Let's go. You can see titties on Twitch now, and it only takes 500 seconds to play.
implied. You can see
Hey,
implied.
listen, unless you're a VTuber, then you just turn off your nipples.
Yeah, basically. Basically. So we getting everything set up. It's just a fan wrestling. We in the wrestling ring. I did want to show some love to Uniqo Williams and show. So y'all go support his channel. He gives you all the juicy gossip that goes on. I'll be that news later today, where you get the news on Jonathan Majors and everything. I talk about that. I break it down. I listen to all the TMZ videos and all of that.
There's
So we
been
got all
some
that. We got all that going on. So I hope y'all get ready to enjoy all the content we giving y'all. So I'll be that new channel. Now I know it's too much going on tour. They don't want to hear, but they want to hear about Punk versus Rollins, AEW, Dead in the Dirt. They want to hear about Shawn Michaels being Book of the Year. So let's get into it. Too much. So of course, let's start with everybody want to talk about tour. Let's start off with what everybody want to talk about. We did all the superlative. Apparently, according to old Uncle Dave, who has been very wrong lately,
very,
very wrong.
very wrong.
Apparently, he told us what Elimination Chamber had like what 8,000 people had like 40,000 because he read the wrong number on WrestleTix.
Yeah.
He's been very wrong lately. I just want y'all to understand, very wrong. But according to him, Triple H and Ari met with WB. I don't want to get it wrong. So Ari met with WB, and they are looking to deal, and that would mean AEW might not get a contract, according to WrestleMania.uk code, whatever it's called.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I don't know. All these people aren't the most trustworthy. Sean Ross Sapp has said he has heard nothing about it, and people that will be in the loop would be in the loop, and AEW has not heard anything. Tony Khan did meet with WB on Tuesday. That's what he's heard. He's more of a resourceful person than, than most of these people. You know, Andrew from with JD in their show TNT from JD, they did speak on it. He said they are interested. And Andrew's pretty well decent too, but he hasn't said anything that Dave said. Dave make like qualified statements that like, oh yeah, it's happening, and I'm like, okay, Dave. All right, Uncle Dave. But the AEW can be dead if they really cut AEW off of Warner Brothers. And
Ooh,
CW already has NXT. I don't think they'll send them to CW. AEW might be an indie show tour.
that's a very real possibility. And here's the thing: I don't want to come off as someone who wants AEW to fail in any way, shape, or form because the
I
simple
don't
fact
want
of
them
the
to.
matter is that it's good to have a more than just one promotion, one big promotion where wrestlers can work. Like it's good for the ecosystem. It's how you get these variety of matches that we've been getting. It's how you get this inner promotional like it. The indies have sort of almost banded together behind AEW to sort of try and prop them up against the evil empire that is WWE. That worked well for the first couple of years, but now not not so much. It sucks to see. I don't think AEW is going to die by any means, but
Oh no,
If they lose
it's
the
gonna be.
Warner Brothers deal, it's going to be
It's gonna be. It's
rough to
well, like I
say
said,
the
it's
least.
not gonna die. It's just gonna be Impact. You remember Impact had that amazing run, and then it just became
And now
Impact
it's
instead of
about to
TNA.
become TNA again, though.
Yeah, no, well, I should say it was TNA, then it became Impact. AEW
Yeah,
just gonna
now it's about to
become
be
Impact.
TNA again. Because at least you got to think, even back in the day, TNA was doing a million consistent viewers, but that was back when Raw and SmackDown were doing fucking 12 to 17 million consistent viewers a
Yeah,
week.
yeah, that's what I'm
TV's
saying. But
dying, folks.
that doesn't mean, like I said, it doesn't mean AEW die. I don't want AEW to die. I really hope that ESPN get the deal and we can we
It's
can
just
chill.
sucks. But ESPN, don't they have prior affiliation with like UFC, which is technically one and the same with WWE as far as ownership now, correct?
Yeah, so they have like a prior deal UFC. What PLF, PLI, PLF, one of them companies. I forgot what it's
Yeah,
called. The sport.
something like that.
So they have like prior dealings. So Endeavor does have dealings with them. So I do hope because I do want
Let
AEW
me ask
around.
you
I just need Tony Khan to get his act right.
competition.
That's the only thing I just
Look,
need because
you know
that's the
what
only
this
thing I
all
need.
goes back to?
I just this
This all
all I want.
goes back to me being right all this times ago. Tony Khan should have hired Gabe Sapolsky. He never should have let Gabe go back to the
I need him to hire
WWE.
anybody at this point.
You
The
just
only thing he know how to do is do a tournament, and he has
in
a
this
hundred of
tournament,
those.
bro. Don't listen. It
Hey, there's not a
this
lot of tournaments slapping though. That's going on.
no, the tournaments, we don't need 20-minute matches. We also don't need fucking, because he wanted to be different and use a 3 point system, 1 point draw, fucking all this bullshit. You've got all of these wrestlers that fucking you kill the foregone conclusion when you have to X out this many wrestlers so early on in your
It
fucking
does.
tournament. It just leaves a
I,
bunch of we know who the jobbers are in this tournament. In the gold league, it's Jay Lethal and fucking Mark Briscoe and Roosh. In the blue league, it's Daniel Garcia. Fucking, I had a whole spiel about this on Friday night. Yeah, bro. Fucking, this tournament's fucking
don't watch
garbage.
that. But so
Yeah,
Tori give you the whole spiel.
bruh. But yeah, this tournament, there was a way that this tournament could have been done. But the C2 is just Tony Khan dream booking his own G1. Let's be honest.
Can we just be honest? This tournament was made to get like Swerve, Mox, and
I
or
don't
Mox,
even know if it is it meant to get Swerve over after Mox just stole the point
and
lead
Jay
last
White.
night.
He and try to get Jay White back to where he's supposed to be after he lost to a one-legged man.
He after once again Friday night Europe. He lost to a one-legged man who would fucking already wrestled a match beforehand and fucking bruh.
Listen, that was horrible, Booker TK. I know what you trying to do. Go having this man lose
In
to
a,
a one-legged
and that's the
champion and
fucked up part because if anything,
delegitimizing.
this could have been where Jay White really does shine. We've seen him look amazing in the G1. We've seen him fucking in these tournament style matches. Like that's his shit, and not even Tony's booking that right because now he's at a two-way tie for second in the fucking gold league, which means he's probably not even gonna make it to the finals.
I think he should make it. It should be a triple threat, right? Because once Swerve get his
Well, no, because
win
isn't
back,
what isn't the winner of the gold league going against the winner of the blue league to decide who
yeah.
actually
But
wins?
the semifinals, if Swerve get his win back and Jay White get the win, that'd be tied three-way tied 12.
So you want to end the gold league with fucking a triple threat between Swerve, Jay White, and John Moxley?
Yeah, it'll be lit. It'll be a lit match.
Would it? Have
Hey,
we been
listen,
watching the same wrestling?
listen. All the problem I had is I don't need John Moxley and Swerve kissing each other. Other than that,
That
I
shit
enjoyed
was
everything.
so.
I
That
enjoyed
you
everything
know
else.
the problem I have with that is Swerve not fucking winning,
I did have a problem with it too. Swerve should be the hottest acting. He beat
bruh.
Hangman Page in Hangman's match. He should be
Swerve's
just.
another one. Niggas can say what they want. I'd like to see how quickly Swerve resigns come when his contract comes up at Triple H because we know Swerve was a Triple H guy that Vince didn't see anything in, or maybe he was a Shawn Michaels guy. Either way,
Hey, listen,
Shawn Michaels
we got
being a
it. We
Shawn
got,
Michaels guy could be a being a Triple H guy.
which leads me to my second point, and the second thing we're gonna talk about. Shawn Michaels seemed to be the book of the year to me because I don't know how he getting
Hey,
people
wait though.
over.
Uncle Dave said Triple H was the Booker of the Year. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
And,
TK is right
and
now
you got to
panicking
think
right now.
it depending on what we see, because we still got a whole month before the, we still got the rest of this month before this year's over. Depending on what he does with CM Punk in these leading up to the Rumble, I stand firmly by CM Punk should not be in any physical altercation until the Royal Rumble.
Well, he
But
got matches, but they all off screen, like in Madison Square Garden. It's not going to be televised.
yeah, but you know what I mean though. As far
Yes,
as like for the
TV wise,
overall,
TV wise,
yes,
yeah, TV.
TV wise, fucking he shouldn't wrestle before the Royal Rumble and fucking if it, the way just off of that first interaction between him and Seth, I enjoyed it. Fucking, I could see Triple H being Booker of the Year. But I could
That's
also
a hey,
listen,
that's a
listen,
hand
and here's
gifted book. That's hand gifted booking. You,
yeah, but
like you
here's the
didn't have
thing
to do
though.
nothing.
Let me finish because I'm about to surprise you. Because I also see how Shawn Michaels could be Booker of the Year. Because if you look back to our older shows, I was not a fan of Trick Williams remotely. That Iron Survivor match got Trick Williams over with me. Like honestly, I can see what people are saying about the kid now. Maybe he's got a future, bruh. Maybe
Tor,
he
did you
does.
see that reaction when he came out
Yes,
Tuesday? Holy, that crowd!
I was
I
like,
was like,
and
he's over
Booker
higher
T
than Johnny
adds so
Gargano was
much
back
to
then.
that. It's gonna be sad when Trick comes up though, because he won't have Booker T on commentary. Because it just adds something when Booker T hits the "I like it." It just adds something completely different to it.
But that's why I want to give him credit, because somehow he did something. If you told me, Tor, a year ago that there was going to be a pay per view in NXT and it was going to be a good one, right? Not just
And
a
Trick
throwaway.
Williams was gonna go over Braun Breaker.
And Trick Williams and Lash Legend would be two of the people everybody say strap to
Lash
look to.
Legend, listen, she's growing on people, but just because she's slant, look,
No, no, Tor,
she's getting better. She ain't got over with me yet,
Tor,
man.
Deadline was completely different from even Tuesday. He did something. Shawn Michaels did something when he let her slam Otis. Her confidence went different. It's like she knew what to do, but she would hesitate because she like I don't want to hurt people and all this. At Deadline, she completely changed. I'm like, this is not the same wrestler I saw a week ago.
Yeah,
It's
but
like it's like he
we're
gave
gonna have to
her her
wait and see
moment.
how that turns out. I'm gonna
He
give
gave
her
her her.
look.
He
She
gave like I'm
definitely
telling you
has a
Tuesday, Tony.
confidence boost.
Because Tuesday when she slammed Otis, she jumped up and down and the crowd went crazy.
What if
She
they're
ain't never
just
had.
hyping her up to be the first fodder opponent for Jade Cargill?
I don't think they can't. I don't think they can put it. She slammed Otis, and it wasn't no like Hulk Hogan got help with Andre the
Bianca
Giant.
ran. Bianca fucking ran multiple laps around the ring with Otis on her shoulder. Remember that?
But it's a
What's
when he
nigga? What's
jumped
more, nigga?
to
She had
to
him on her shoulders, running around the ring. Jane Cena different.
to her, but when she grabbed her, she lost her balance and
She
balanced
caught
herself.
herself.
Yes, and I'm like,
Her
that is
ass
impressive.
balanced her out. That's actually what it was, though. Her ass balanced
But
her
by the
out
way,
on
we
that.
talking about her and Bianca. There's two people that's way ahead of everybody in the NXT PC in records, and Lash is one, and Bianca's two, and all of the record breaking in terms of weightlifting.
Yeah,
Those are the two top, and
I
they're not.
believe it.
So Lash and
Lash
Bianca are the
looks
two
strong as
strongest people.
fuck. Like I said, if she could work in even remotely at close to as strong as she is, if she could work like she is strong, she could be the next Jane Cena.
That's what I was
But
like. But again,
but
and I
we've
love her
also
power
seen what
girl
too much
gimmick is
power.
fun.
But we've also seen think about Goldberg, too much power, not enough technique.
Yeah, but I think they've been working on that. So that's get a confidence, start working on it more. Shawn Michaels know what he's doing. That's why. That's why. And
Shawn
then he got
Michaels
CM Punk
is
helping
good,
him now
though.
because CM Punk is in the PC helping every week because he's excited that young people actually listen to him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so
But
happy.
also, he
Instead of
kind of
Jack
missed me
Perry
with
talking about
the random proud father pictures on Instagram with Cord, Jade, and Roxanne Perez, who with some caption like "Dad made him quit fighting while he was at the." I was like, hell no. But whatever.
I
Do
need
your
what
thing,
I need is
Punky.
I need Corey, Jade, and Roxanne to come to the main roster with AJ Lee as their manager. And just
Hey, that could be fire. That could be some sick injection to the tag team division, or fucking. I feel like they could be single stars.
Roxanne Roxanne would be the better wrestler and Corey J can lead like the attitude of the group. And AJ just like manage him and like help him grow in both areas. because they both look at us like the mother of wrestling for them.
True.
As CM Punk said, April loves both of y'all, and y'all
Yeah.
been running to every event that we do.
Like I said, the Cora Jade shit played in perfectly. They had the video of her meeting him back in the day when she had braces and was all fresh faced and young. Like that's the kind of shit that never fails in wrestling, bruh. That's the kind of shit that's always gonna like. Did you know that the Bailey girl, the Sasha
Is
Banks
it?
gave cry, Izzy, yes, Izzy Moreno, she's wrestling now. Like I mean, come on. And think about it. She's already over. She ain't even wrestling. She wrestled nowhere but like Mission Pro Wrestling and a couple other indie spots. Kid's already over. And when she eventually signs an NXT development contract, she's gonna instantly be over.
I wanted Billy to go to NXT so
I
bad.
wanted
She in
Billy to go to
AEW.
NXT too, but Billy's about to take on Athena for the Ring of
I
Honor
think that's been
Women's
amazing,
Championship.
but nobody watches it.
Yeah, but think for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship at Final Battle.
I wish Athena was actually on
God, I wish
TV.
Billy went to NXT, bro.
I wish
But
that Athena Billy thing was actually on AEW instead of
think
ROH
because
because
it would have been so much better than some of this bullshit they're putting on our screen.
yeah.
But
Only thing about the AEW women's division is Tony Storm, and she's doing it herself without booking because half the
she's
booking decision.
carrying.
Cause Scott Blue done fought her 5 times since she been
Yeah,
champion,
bro.
and
And
I'm like,
Scott,
I get it, Tony. I get
you
that
mean
we want to
dark
see that.
blue? Dark
You mean
blue.
I get it that Tori, we want to see that versus that battle,
Oh
but
yeah, the ass
but
versus
we
ass.
can't
That
keep
shit, they having an ass off for real, for real.
but we can't have that match repeatedly 15
And
times on
but
AWT.
wait, Zelmae, isn't it great? They brought back Riho. Riho's back to save the women's division. Fuck out of here. Meanwhile, we still got fucking one of the
And it,
greatest female wrestlers in Thunder Rosa just doing busted open radio.
all I know is listen, if y'all want to
Get rid of the women's division. Let them all go jockey for a spot in
and
WWE.
since you
Everyone
and
will be
if
on
what
the
they
women's
saying Tori is
division.
true and Mercedes said, yo, I'm liking what they doing over there in WWE,
Bruh,
and she believes y'all, yeah,
if there's
y'all
been
just
a
you might
whole
well
lot of
I
four
agree with Tori.
horsewomen talk, Bailey's
I'm
about to turn face again.
I'm agreeing with Tori. If no, listen, if Mercedes see what y'all doing with that division and saying screw it, I'm going back to WWE, y'all division dead.
Yeah, bro. Like
You won't put
I hate.
Athena
I'm
versus
not. I'm not saying this from the place of the patriarchy either. Just for
Tori. No, I've been fighting this the whole time since she been
yeah,
saying it, and now I'm like,
very true. But I mean,
and I'm
they
like,
deserve better. There are some amazing female wrestlers in AEW,
Britt
and
Baker
fucking
hasn't even had a promo in so long on TV. She's a good
well,
promo. I know we got problem with Britt Baker because of her attitude sometimes, but she's one of
but
your
still,
best.
she's good in the ring. She's good on the mic. Fucking,
talk.
she set the basis for this women's division that you used to have.
Yeah. Are you
And I
excited
like
to see
and I
Mercedes
like
Monet versus
Julia
Britt
Hart
Baker
too.
now?
Don't
After
get
we
me
was
wrong.
excited a year ago, Tori, we was excited for a year ago. Now we like,
Yeah. Well, I've been saying get rid of the women's division for
yeah.
over a year now. But I mean that
Well,
here's the
uh,
thing though. It's
Tony
it's
admitted he don't see no money in them, so he said
it's
it. So now I'm with Tori. Now if Tony comes like, they don't get TV because I don't see money in them. Well, Tony don't see money in them. I can't
fuck
disagree
him
with
in the
Tori
leg.
now. I can't disagree. I can't argue with Tori now. I can't. I used to argue with him about it because I'm like, they got potential, Tori. If they get this person, they got now. Now he like, hey, listen, I don't put them on TV because they don't make money. Well, if you ain't gonna put them on TV, I don't know why
Why
you need.
hold them off? Let them go someplace
I
where
can't
they can
fight
make
him no more. I can't fight Tori no more. I know we ain't did just a fan wrestling in a long time. Besides last week we did it, but we ain't talked about this subject. But now I can't fight him on it because since we said that, TK has basically told us he agreed with
Bruh,
Tori,
I
except he
mean,
just keeps him around.
he's saying what he's been showing us though. He's been showing us he doesn't care about this women's division. Now he's just
Except
like,
for Riho because that's Kenny friend.
yeah, Kenny's friend. You know what? Did you know Riho was actually the like that old video of Kenny Omega wrestling the little girl? That's actually Riho when she was a child.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we
crazy.
we bragging on him, but like I said, the way he doing Fallon Henley has went viral twice, Tori, since
Yeah, bro.
HBK took off.
Listen. It, she can go, and she's got the assets needed to. Sheesh.
So she hit that. She did that Tiffany time. Her and Tiffany Stratton could be a rivalry for years to come. I'm
Yeah,
just saying they
her
could be on site for the next 20 years and it'll be amazing because she like Tiffy. Like it's six other people. Fallon Henley didn't care about nobody. Tiffy, kept what she said about something about untroubled women tend
you know
don't
I
to
don't
not to
watch.
be fine.
You know I watch the matches, not the
No.
not the
Oh yeah, she was
segments.
saying, and then she hit the yeehop with Tiffy yeehop, and then punched in the face, the one that went viral on the internet, the yeehop
Yeah.
line. Like I'm like, she had two moments she done went viral. I'm like, so Shawn Michaels is getting these girls to go viral. Jada Parker is a future star just because that's my
Well,
favorite wrestler in the world.
and you got to think
Tori, you seen
they're so
Jada
quick
Walk?
to use TikTok
I put
too,
Jada Parker. I put Jada Parker in the group chat. You see why she my favorite wrestler?
bruh. There's a
Tori, you seen
lot of
Jada Parker? Tori, you seen her? Jada
yeah,
Parker.
but that's the thing.
Tori,
All
she
of these
made
women,
Gigi Dope look small in terms of
yeah.
her.
But
And
here's the
I'm
thing.
like,
There's so many
young
amazing
cat.
women in NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, and they haven't even went main roster side. I'd put NXT's women's roster up against AEW's women's roster any day of the week, and they're not even set to go main roster side yet. I
Tiffany
don't even
Stratton is like probably leaves above almost everybody.
because you got to think. that's why I'm not even gonna. I don't
Tiffany
even mention the
Stratton,
main roster because you got to think these women on the main roster. Who does Tony Khan have that's any one of the four horsewomen, especially if Sasha's coming home? Fucking and not counting them, you've got people like Bianca, you've got people like Shotzi starting to get better,
Rhea.
fucking Chelsea Green. I was gonna save the best for last. Okay,
Mommy.
yeah, mommy was gonna go last, but Rhea Ripley, one of the and this is like she's one of the best in the weird world. Period. Dot. Like get gender out of there, bro. Like man or woman, Rhea is fucking immaculate on the mic, in the ring, in her position.
I'm praying for Charlotte getting better. Y'all know what match I want to see. I want to see
Yeah,
Charlotte versus Julia in
that's gonna
WD
be
because
bro.
that's the match I need in my
The
life.
Joshi stable is gonna be so crazy on the main roster.
Tor, I had an idea, Tor. I had an idea. Roxanne and Cora, who is like also Bailey's group, part of the group, Bailey group, CM Punk group, with Sasha and Bailey versus
Io
the
Sky, Oscar,
Oscar,
Kyrie
Kyrie,
Sane, and
and
Julia. That'd be crazy.
that would be going insane.
Nah, bruh, fuck that. You just need to go the four. If Mercedes comes back, four horsewomen versus the Joshi
I
or
would do that, but the problem
versus.
is, I think they hell bent on Becky versus Rhea.
Well, Rhea's got nothing to do with the four horsewomen's match versus a Joshi
But
match.
that's a WrestleMania match I want. I want that to wrestle.
Yeah, Becky versus Rhea is going to be super amazing. But I'm saying you give me Bailey, Bailey, Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha versus Julia, Asuka, Kyrie Sane, and Io Shirai. Bruh. Think
And
about
if
that
you
fucking match.
yeah, and of course, if you can't sign Julia, you of course still have Dakota Kai who probably fit in somewhere. Hopefully, she
Well,
be.
Dakota Kai wrestled in Stardom. That's what makes Bailey the odd one out. She never wrestled in Japan. Fucking
Yeah, that's why
Dakota
she don't
Kai
understand what they saying,
I was gonna
and
say
Bailey
Dakota
doesn't.
Kai had a whole career in Stardom and
Yeah,
fucking TJPW and fucking you know what I mean. She did the
yeah,
Japan circuit.
yeah. So she like that's why she
Bailey
understands what they saying, and Bailey doesn't, and it's always create this awkward situation.
Bailey's
So
a WWE lifer.
yeah. Speaking, they talking about Seth Rollins might go to AEW. And everybody just in their mind know it's not happening because
That
Becky's not
never
going to
happened,
AEW at all. Becky is not
bro.
going to AEW, so Seth is
Like I
not going
said,
either.
when CM Punk came back and I saw Sasha put the look in my eyes in her fucking Instagram bio, I was like, oh, it could be done. And now that
But
we know, think about it, bro. CM Punk and we have, I don't know how many people have really talked about it, the fact that we know for a fact CM Punk's going to be on Raw. You've got Roman on SmackDown. You're literally forcing people to turn into Raw. I mean, we already tune into SmackDown anyways. Fucking, and now for people like me who I'm like, I'm always trepidatious about Raw because it's 3 hours. I'm going to watch it because fucking who knows when they're going to put Punk in. And this Punk versus Seth shit could go anywhere. Punk versus Drew, Punk versus Sammy, Punk versus everybody. And then
And
on
then
top of that, we still got the Tribal Chief on SmackDown. Like
Monte said he don't think Sammy versus Drew would be a. I'm like, that's a
Monte's
WrestleMania
a
match.
hater.
That's a WrestleMania match, especially if you do the story right, which so far they are doing. The story is Drew keep telling Sammy.
Monte didn't
Drew
really
is
keep
telling Sammy
building
that you're not on my level. Compete. This is him. He's telling Sammy the whole time you are not on my level. And Sammy, because Sammy like we are the same. We go through the same thing.
They
He's like
even
no,
have the same credentials, except for Drew's had an actual WWE
we're
title win,
yeah.
and
And
Sammy
that's his
hasn't.
whole thing. That one thing is keeping him
That's
like
the
I'm
only
ahead of you
difference.
because I did this. And Sammy like I'm gonna win it. He like no, you're not. You're a loser. And that's the story, and it's a great story, and it's starting off
That's
hot,
the
and
thing.
people
There are so many stories in WWE right now that you can tell, and then on AEW, it's all the stories
tournaments.
that they're trying to tell is
Jack
fucking.
Perry real glass tour. We saw it this week.
Yeah. Did you see the aftermath? They slammed Hangman Page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, real glass tour, real
Real
glass.
glad. But
It
that's
better
what I'm
not be
saying.
Jack Perry
Every
though. It better
story
be
in
like I hope they
AEW.
playing this. I hope they trying to trick us as Jack
Yeah,
Perry, but
let's hope
Jack,
it's a red herring. But
I
here's
hope
the
it's trick.
thing.
But
You've got
but it's
so
all
many
leading to Jack
different
Perry tour. It's
you've
all
got
leading to
so
Jack Perry.
much potential for stories in WWE. Meanwhile, every story in AEW basically
It's a tournament.
Max is the linchpin in every story besides the tournament. Every
Or,
story
or swear, but
gotten
swear stuff doing by himself because he
yeah,
got
but
like
Swerve's
no
stuck
no.
in this shitty tournament.
So everybody's the tournament. They told me a match Friday gonna go crazy and it's like match of the year, so I might watch it. But even though I gotta go to work, so I don't know. Depending on what time it come on, I'll look and see.
Roman Reigns
But
coming back to SmackDown on Friday.
oh yeah, a rumor that AJ Styles be back too.
And
Oh my god, AJ Styles. Yo, WWE got so many wrestlers that I'm like, what
bruh,
they gonna do at Mania? It's like weird.
like I
And then
said,
we got like Ninja Shinsuke, who is doing like these most awesome promo, and it makes complete sense on why he's hating on Cody. Like, yo,
yeah,
I didn't get to finish my story, so you ain't finishing
you don't
yours.
get to finish yours. I'm a hater.
I'm like, it makes so much sense.
I
I'm like,
mean,
you like, yeah.
and
And then like at first tour, I was confused. I'm like, why would you go after him? And then he told it, and I'm like,
yeah, he was like, "Listen, I ain't gonna
I
do it.
I
Why'd
lost
you
to
get to
AJ
do it?"
Styles. I got low blowed and whatnot, and I didn't get to finish my story. So you ain't finishing yours. I'm like, oh,
And
okay.
I went and
Hater of
got
the
to
year.
miss when I retired Muda. I'm a villain.
I'm hater of the year, and I get this cool anime comic book sections now. I get to show
Yeah,
off, and it's amazing looking. Shout out to WWE for putting an
WWE
amazing.
production is just
Shit.
top tier every year.
Shinsuke went Super Saiyan.
And Cody was left in a puddle of red mist.
Yeah. I don't know what the Creed brothers have to do with it and why they show up, but
But there's some good boys, as Cody said on Twitter. Those
I like the
Creed
way
boys
that
are some good boys.
I
I
do like
hope
the way
we're
they putting
not
them over.
rushing them to the top, though. Like, I don't want to see them choke if the because this match, if they really do use the Creed brothers, take it because it feels like they're going to use the Creed brothers are going to beat Judgment Day, take the titles. That's the linchpin to kick Damian Priest out. Fucking that's
Yeah,
the final. That's the straw that breaks the camel's back. But I don't know if the Creed brothers, not even fucking 6 months into their main roster run, already making them the undisputed tag champs. I don't know. Maybe they handle it great. I
I
just don't want to see
I
them
do
choke.
love how they putting them over.
Yeah, they're putting them over
Dumb like yo,
fantastic.
dumb like
And
dumb. JD was like,
The
oh, they
Brutus
for
bomb is gonna
real,
get
dog.
stupid pops every time, and it's just him fucking. Julius holds fucking one up in the fucking electric chair, and then fucking Brutus cannonballs him. I mean,
I do like the fact that apparently Ilya, I know y'all seen the thing. Apparently,
are
this
they
storyline.
legitimate brothers?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Uh,
dang!
I
I
think
didn't know.
Ilya, it came to Undertaker. Like I can't. It worked out for Kane Undertaker.
It
Ilya,
did.
I do want to say that Ilya, people saw him in the stretcher. Apparently, according to them, it's a work for Ridge
Okay,
Holland.
okay, good.
Because
Because
I'm
him
like
and
Ridge
Baron
Holland.
Corbin, I watched
If
that Baron Corbin match. Him and Baron Corbin put on a slapper, yo.
Ilya just Ilya on that level right now.
Yeah. Like I
It's
said, keep the battle
Ilya
on Gunther until you want to bring Ilya up to the main roster, and then let
They do have
Ilya
Battle
do
of
the most.
Berlin. Bella
Let Ilya be
Berlin.
the man to dethrone Gunther, and it will fucking. And that makes it.
Ilya, Will Ospreay, and Gunther. Whenever they do a match, it's like
Yeah,
automatic. Gonna be
they're gonna
four
knock it
star.
out of the park every rip. Something about
Il-
those European wrestlers, bro.
Ilya even went to hugging people now. And it's like it's menacing.
Yeah, bro. Like he
why did he?
can't.
Why did he
Bro,
whisper
the
in his
Mad
ear?
Dragon, bro. He's the Mad Dragon.
Like
And
like my, like
that
I'm sorry,
HVAC, that falling elbow, bro, is so simple but so fucking brutal looking.
Tori.
It's got that
Like, we
same
talk
feel
about
like
a
Will
man kissing
Ospreay's
and like
hidden
and I'm like
blade.
upset, but this man hugged a man and whispered in his ear, and it was the most menacing thing on the show.
Oh yeah, and then proceeded to fucking drop another HVAC on him and hit him with Torpedo Moscow 1, 2, 3.
You hug a man and be menacing. I'm like, you got something special about you, my
Yeah,
guy.
bro. Ilya, like I said, the only thing that ever held Ilya back was his height because he's not like a little. He's a little dude, but he's fucking swole. He's just shorter than other niggas. But
Yeah,
Ilya's the perfect fucking like David to any Goliath. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. Again, let's get back to the last two subjects because we went on. Well, half of it was what we were talking about and why people are the book of the year. But I think Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels and NXT. Tori, did
Triple
you
H,
see
Triple
that
H brings
22 year
hell.
old? Did you see that 22-year-old African guy? What's his name? Oni.
Yeah, bro. I don't
Tori,
believe he's 22.
Tori, that's a fucking monster. I'm like, what did y'all
They were
find him?
feed, they listen. I don't know what college he came from, but they were putting testosterone in his fucking
Tori, did you see his
granola
promo? He could
bar.
cut a promo.
It
He
was
could
a
have.
decent. It was decent, but I don't believe he's
This is his
22.
first promo ever. He just cut it. I'm like, oh, people, people become
That nigga's
soft
not
during wrestling.
22, bro.
And then he fought Superman,
But
which I actually think is a cool gimmick, and the girls love him, so I guess it's gonna be good. Cause
hey,
he was like a
whatever.
nerdy dude, like I'm a good guy. Then he take his glasses off and he become like this super
Yeah,
jock, and I'm like, what is this dude character? I like it though. It's different.
it's what they wanted to do with Keith Lee.
Hey,
It
I
was
ain't gonna
supposed
lie.
to be
I
this
like
smart
Bearcat
guy.
Keith Lee more than I like this Keith Lee we got now.
I told y'all niggas he should have just look. He should have just lost the weight. I get tired of telling people that. I understand, but
Gunther
just
did tour and he have been 1,000 day champion.
exactly.
Well not
Sometimes
1,000,
Vince
but
is
some
right. As
along.
much as I hate it, this was one of the rare times Vince was right.
But I don't know. I'd rather Bearcat than what Keith Lee doing now. I don't know what's going on. I
It's
like the rivalry, sound cool on paper, but then I get confused at times with him and what's his name,
Shane
Deuce
Taylor.
Shane Taylor. Yeah. I'm like, okay, it's
Shane
hot, and then
Taylor's
it
of indie staple, super solid worker, bro.
like it's one promo when he talking about Keith Lee and how he ain't the dog he used to be and all that, and it goes, and I'm like, okay, this is good, and then Keith Lee respond with something weird, and I'm like, okay,
Like,
all
when's the
right.
last time you saw Keith Lee hit somebody with a fucking spirit bomb, yo? Like, I don't know if he's really used the spirit bomb since he's been in.
Only finna steal it, and he gonna pounce on everybody and look cool, and he 22-year-old monster. That
Yeah.
Vince like that's what I wanted Keith Lee to be. Yo,
Bro,
that dude
but
told
that
that
kid,
22
I
year
still,
old.
bro, 22 years old, that fucking brolic. Like,
I'm
that
like,
guy's genetics fucking, he was bred in the Mandingo fight pits. Not even
I'm like,
gonna lie. This nigga is
I,
like old world crazy fucking.
I watched this match and I'm like, this is future superstar right here. This is a mega star right here.
Him versus Braun Breaker can go off.
Oh, Brian in that. Oh, Brian looked so good in that
Yeah,
doggone.
the Iron
He
Survivor when they had
he
him come out
came in to
three
spear.
pins in 40 seconds. Yo, I was like, yes, make him look like a fucking monster.
He didn't even intend. And that Trick Williams ended. They
Oh,
timed it perfectly.
they timed it that shit beyond perfectly, bruh. Three
And
seconds
Shawn
left.
Michael, it was so booked so well. People were mad. They were starting to boo because Trick didn't have a single pin with like 3 minutes, not one pin. And people were like, "How dare you treat Trick like this? How dare?" Then he got to win. Everybody, just the best booked thing I ever seen.
It was
That's how you build it up, Tori. It looked like one of the favorites of the crowd favorites don't get no pins, and then just like, oh, he gonna go the whole match without a pin. Daniel Bryan all over again. Blah 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 blah. Then hit him with it. Oh, that was nice. Shout out to DIY for starting to get over finally on Raw because I promised people didn't care about that.
Yeah,
And now they starting to get over. Now they starting slowly get. I thought it was a good idea to put them back like they started because people were going out there and seeing them, but they didn't care. But that tag team would start getting people to care again, and
that's all
then
they needed were to actually start seeing some matches.
yeah.
Although I don't know why we're getting at this. Their specialty is like 2 out of 3 falls matches. I mean, I know they've had a few, but I don't know if that's like that claim to fame you want as a tag team. Like,
Hey, if the crowd start getting into you
hey,
like they did at the end of the
that
match,
part, as long as the crowd's getting behind them.
because I promise you, when they first came, they start getting a little quiet. Now all of a sudden, I'm seeing more reaction to them, and I'm like, that's all you want. That's all you really want. You just want people to start reacting to them because they really talented. I know they don't look like the other superheroes that be on Raw and stuff, but you want to slowly get them
But they
into that
have
mode of
variety.
some.
You got to remind people.
Like people forget, Daniel Bryan didn't really get super over until he was Team Hell No.
Yeah, but you got to think Brian Danielson's a fucking next level athlete, even though he's slowly breaking into pieces. That's a whole nother conversation to have, though.
Apparently, he's also giving out fines
Yep.
and
We
firing people.
Friday night here, folks. We will tell you all about the disciplinary dragon. He ain't playing.
He's firing everybody. I was
Don't you
seeing
be
Britt Baker's
don't you
tweets
be
all
having
going
them hot
away, and
takes.
everybody tweets going.
You better delete that shit. It's gonna cost you a slick 5K.
Ricky, by the way, can we all admit Ricky starts going to WWE soon?
God, I hope so. And I hope
Tori,
Powerhouse
I have
Hobbs
never seen a
follows
man.
him.
Tori, I have never seen a man just openly more than
Hey,
anybody.
last night
Be
he
like,
just gave you saw him give up last night. Just like,
Tori, the man just like basically take pictures at the performance center.
oh,
Tori, my man.
that's true.
Tori, he out here with Jay Cargill wrestling at the performance center. I'm like, this man is telling y'all he out the door and don't
He's
care.
like, but we didn't talk about no contract stuff. I was just visiting. But I meant last night. It fucking in
He's at Royal
that
Rumbles and
promo
stuff
he
in the
had,
back.
fucking it felt like he just didn't care halfway through the whole little
I
angle.
wouldn't care either. Chris Jericho in the ring.
True.
I just stopped caring about Kenny Omega because he with Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
hard to get
such
me
a
to care about
weird
Kenny.
fucking
I love Kenny
such
too.
a
And I'm
weird
like, as soon as
thing.
I see him in the ring with Chris Jericho, I'm like, turn TV. By the way, the fact, as hard as I turned on Chris Jericho over the last 2 years, I think it started with commentary because Tori know how much I hate it. I couldn't watch Rampage. I turned it off because
Yeah, at
his
least he's
commentary was
not
so
on
bad. Maybe,
commentary anymore. But he's
but
in the
I don't know.
ring, so
I have
I'd take the
completely turned on Chris
commentary.
Jericho.
I'll take the
Somebody
commentary
asked
over
a
him in
question,
the
Tori.
ring.
They told me somebody asked a question. Who have you in the last 3 years? Who have you turned on more than anybody? I said Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
When AEW first started, I was like all aboard, but now I'm like, this dude, get this dude on my TV.
he just
I don't know what it was either. I don't know when it happened. I think it's when Daniel Garcia didn't join.
listen.
Well, now I
He
just
just
like, oh,
leashed
you
that whole
just,
time. I knew for me all the way back the Orange Cassidy fucking mimosa match. I was done.
oh yeah, that too.
I was
that was so bad.
done with Chris Jericho after that fucking mimosa match in 2019 or 2020, whatever the fuck it was. I was done with him after that. I
Yeah,
remember
but
it exactly. I was like,
I'm
this
trying
is
to think. Who else have I turned completely? Not like turned again, but like who else have I just be like, oh yeah, I don't care from you from 3 years ago. Karen Cross.
that he just needs to shave his head.
That could be it. So
He grew the hair.
just go back to
He
the.
lost the intensity when he grew out the hair.
Or was it when Adam Cole like dressed him down and then you could never get it back?
Nah, bro, it was the hair and the
Uh,
start and stops once he got main roster. Because even after Adam Cole, he still fucking wrecked niggas for a second after that.
it's so hard to find what he placed in WWE because like you want him to be a monster who hurt people, but who he beat? You can't have him beat nobody. And everybody he should beat probably heel. Like, he could be Austin Theory, maybe.
Yeah,
But he a
but
heel.
he could probably beat Grayson Waller. heel though.
I don't want him to be Grayson Waller. I like Grayson Waller. He can be Austin
I
Theory.
don't know. Grayson Waller and fucking Austin Theory are both, and I hate it because I love Austin Theory, but like they're just doing nothing with them, and the stuff they are doing.
They basically like stuff to set up. Basically, they being used to set up KO versus Logan Paul.
Yeah,
They just fodder like, hey, he gonna punch y'all and bully y'all so he can get to Logan Paul who knocks people out too. So I'm gonna knock people out in the backstage, and he needs a setup line for CM Punk to say who punches people backstage. It's basically a punch line for people to use for
I
Kevin
use,
Owens to
but
get
that
better.
part of that promo, that part of that CM Punk promo, that lets you know how much like the WWE audience does not care about AEW. Like you didn't get some, you got plenty of
I've been telling
prophecy
people
last
that it
night.
be AEW fans that be hating on AEW.
I was gonna say,
It ain't WWE fans.
like the
WWE fans don't
WWE
care.
fans, you didn't like you might have got a little ooh or a groan in there somewhere, but it wasn't some audible crazy switch when he mentioned it. Like
All them people that hate on AEW like
you
AEW
got to think.
fans that
Well,
just
I'm
want to
just
hate on
talking about
AEW.
from the WWE fan
Oh yeah,
perspective. They're not really
yeah.
privy to the AEW stuff. They're not thinking, "Oh, this is CM Punk coming back from being in the other company." They're like, "Yo, CM Punk left 10 years ago, and now he's back."
That's the whole story. And I saw somebody why he don't apologize. That's why he apologized. He apologized to that fan who don't know he went somewhere.
Yeah,
And it's also that's why Seth Rollins had to make it a point to also say you left and talk trash about me. Not that he didn't do the Cody line where you left and made another company and tried to
yeah.
make it beat. No, you left and trash talked me and my friend, which made it so much realer. And I'm like that, which is the last thing I want to talk about. Tori, them two men sat there and had a stare off, and that's the first time in a long time I've seen somebody have a stare off and it just go
It
crazy.
was the intensity, like you could tell in both of their eyes, like, and this is what drawing money in wrestling looks like, folks. Like, it's
I'm like,
believable. Like, you can't wait to
oh.
see it. We all know. Listen, main event. I don't care whether you put it on night one or night two, but WrestleMania, fucking Seth versus Punk, Cody versus Roman. It's gonna
And
be
we saw the Cody versus Roman one earlier this year, and I didn't know if I wanted it again. But then as soon as I saw that stare down when him and all them met, I was like, oh
oh
yeah,
yeah, bruh.
this
It's
still
gonna
got the
be.
juice.
And Triple H, if he's shown us anything, it's shown us he's down to give the fans these dream matches that they're looking for.
Only person I think been hurt lately in WWE is Jimmy Uso because Roman ain't there.
Yeah, he's just sort of
And I think that's his whole story. His story is supposed to be he's confused on who he is by himself because Jay Uso had a chance to be by himself.
yeah,
Jimmy has never been by himself. So he just pretends to be Jay Uso sometimes, pretends to be Roman sometimes.
no yeet.
He don't know his character. Yeah,
He's
so he just
lost.
become both character, but without Roman actually there, it doesn't play as well.
No, it
So he just
it's
seems
just
like a
Paul
goofy R
Heyman and
Truth dude.
Solo looking at him like he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because when him and Roman there, they in the back, like, oh, I'm on injury reserve. You what? Oh, I'm off injury reserve. I can go. It's like, okay, I see what the story is. And then Roman leaves for a month, and he just there, and I'm
Yeah,
like, ah, he's hurt without
he's
Roman.
gonna wait for
Cause
Paul to come out and say something to somebody, and then him and Solo are gonna jump him.
yeah, that's like he had no story without Roman. I'm like, he's hurt so bad, and people mention it, but I'm like, y'all don't get it. His story is meant to have Roman there so you can see how confused he is, but you can't tell he's confused and he looks just stupid without Roman there because he's just stupid now.
He,
But when Roman's there, you be like, oh, he don't know
he
who
is
he
like
is
the
as
lost.
a character.
He's the lost child without the tribal chief.
Yeah, yeah. So he's like, oh, I'm Roman Reigns. Oh, today I'm Jey Uso and I'm saying yeet, and I'm doing all these stuff like my brother do. I'm doing what Roman do because I don't have a character of my own yet. And he's supposed to grow into a character around WrestleMania, but Roman's ain't there. So
Solo
hopefully when
stole the
Roman come
role
back,
of being Umaga. He's went into that role quite nicely. The
yeah,
silent Samoan is
and then destroying John Cena was good, which
yeah.
probably gonna lead to John Cena versus Solo again, and John Cena getting his
But
redemption at
I
WrestleMania.
feel like I went back.
I'm assuming that's what they're gonna do to her.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But
The John Cena redemption arc, because Solo destroyed him the first time.
Solo did reckon, but John Cena talked him through it like the whole time. Like if you go back and watch that match and you look at the clip,
John Cena's still so
like
loud. He called his
bruh,
play.
and like he's telling him like even in the final spot where he hits him with the spikes, I swear you can slow it down like where he's telling hit me again, fucking like
He always been like that. Go
he's
look at him. He's always loud in his
yeah
calls. I'm like, bro. You the only loud person in your calls, bro.
Nah, Kenny Omega too. Kenny Omega's bad about
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that shit. I don't know what it is once you get to being a super upper tier wrestler. For some reason, you just forget. Unless you're the Undertaker, who always
Yeah.
he's the master
Yeah.
of fucking calling it in there.
Roman doesn't do like loud calls either.
No, but Roman can
Seth
do
doesn't do that many
Roman,
loud calls
but
every once in a while.
Roman and Seth can do that trick with like the hair down over your face so they can't see your
Oh
mouth.
yeah, well
Can't you?
Undertaker
Like,
used to
yeah,
do and
like the
Triple H used to
Undertaker
do.
used to, Triple H.
Cause
Fucking,
Cody was talking about the bump. He put his head over there and say, "Hey, drop kick me."
yep. But
But John Cena especially loud with his call. I think the audience can hear John Cena call. It'd be so.
hey,
Ain't even like the mic in
if
the
the
ring.
microphone's picking it up, why isn't someone's ears?
You know what I'm saying? Why is John Cena so loud at his calls, man? I noticed that too. But Melo's in the U.S. tournament. But like I said, Punk versus Rollins is the 100% money.
No
They
way,
are.
no
They
ifs,
sold me
ands,
this
or
week.
buts. That is
And then Punk promo was
easy
perfect against
fucking
Seth.
yeah.
When he hit that simple, I'm gonna keep this simple so there's no confusion. Now, I know I'm rolled up. I'm gonna say it simply. I hate you.
Yeah,
It was no build
I
up.
loved it. I was like, there ain't no. I mean, what can you say?
Tori,
Say
it's like
it,
you know how
bro.
people like, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna I hate you. No, he like,
I hate
I
you.
hate you. Simple. Like it's no emotion.
And it's
I ain't
crazy
giving
because,
you
like I
nothing.
said, you think back to CM Punk and the Shield debuted, saving CM Punk. Him and Seth had those fucking the interaction when Seth became the first ever NXT champion. You know what I mean? He had the
The
talk with
hug in
Punk and them.
2012.
Yeah, bro. That like they've got a history, and
They do.
it's gonna be super sick to see how this plays out. Like I said, you and it's on Raw, so literally you all they need to do is find a way to get Cody on the SmackDown, and you've got Cody and Roman again on SmackDown, Punk and fucking Seth on Raw, and
I,
your infinite money glitch is almost complete.
I think they gotta get Cody on SmackDown
They
somehow.
have to. There's
Because I need that Randy Orton turn on Cody too.
yeah, like there's
So
and like I said,
that'd be the first rivalry after he won the championship. The Randy
and
Orton
that's the
rivalry.
beautiful thing about CM Punk, where he has so many rivalries. There's only so many rivalries left for Roman.
I
You
do
know what
hate
I
that
mean?
Kevin Owens. I do hate that Kevin Owens on SmackDown because I need that Kevin Owens friends with the Bucks. That
Yeah,
interaction was fire too. When he went in the back, he like,
they
and
were
then
part of
don't
the
talk
think
to
they were part of the Mount Rushmore wrestling together. It was
Tor when he
Kevin
said, "Do
Owens,
you know what Nick?"
Adam Cole, and the
The
Young Bucks.
Tor when he like, "Did you know what Nick all this audience said?" No. Thanks for your help. I'm like, oh, this shit fire.
Yeah, but I mean,
That promo back and forth go crazy. Kevin Owens and CM Punk go that promo battle.
yeah. But here's the thing: even after WrestleMania, once you get into the draft season and shit,
Oh
there's
yeah, you
still
can get
some.
Kevin
You
Owens
know what
now.
I mean? So much you can do.
Yeah, I know. Punk probably he's a face now, so he probably got to go get Shinsuke or somebody
Is he a
again.
face though? He's there to make friends. He's not there to make friends. He's there to make money.
I think they'll probably switch it later on or something, but I don't
That's
know
the
right now.
beautiful
I
thing
think him and
about it.
Randy Orton gonna
You
be
never
face
know.
for a few
Yeah.
months, and then I think they'll go here. Cause you got to get Randy Orton his like back home, welcome back. You survived the career ending surgery probably run that they didn't give Edge enough
Well,
time with.
Think about Randy and the Nick Aldis shit, where he gave Nick Aldis the Nick Aldis fined him for 50 grand, and then he gave him a check for 100 grand. Nick Aldis was like, "What's this for?" Well, for the next time I RKO you. I love that.
Yeah, but so I'm looking forward to it. It's a lot. CM Punk when Rollins felt like money, and I think that secured it. Now I seen people say it might not happen at Main, could happen at SummerSlam because they might go try to trick us and swerve us and give us Stone Cold CM Punk
Yeah,
Gunther versus Rollins, which I wouldn't be mad
I
at.
wouldn't be mad at that either. Stone Cold
You know what I'm
versus
saying?
CM Punk's a dream match that I've thought about for a very long time. I think a lot of us have thought about for a very long time. The straight edge versus the fucking bionic redneck. I mean, come on. But
Yeah, then like if you give me that, you
is
got to give
Punk
me
going
somebody
to do
great.
the job for old Steve, or would Steve be doing the job for Punk?
That'd be interesting. I would prefer that Steve win because I'm like,
But
you didn't
think
give that to Kevin
Steve
Owens.
won his last one. He came back and beat up Kevin Owens.
I'd rather you give it to Kevin Owens than Punk. Punk don't need it as much as Kevin Owens probably did. Punk. Kevin Owens did get it back the next year and
But
win the
could you
tag team
imagine?
championship.
Could you imagine the fucking the shockwaves if CM Punk beat fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah, that was, and then they set up that SummerSlam match to even
Bruh,
be bigger
it would be
with
ridiculous.
do Seth Rollins. Somebody said Punk versus Roman at SummerSlam too,
that could be a thing if Mania business is out of the way.
but I don't know how. I gotta see how Roman character does after he loses and how he does with it. So we want to see that. But like I said, Punk and Riley, they showed by the interaction that the crowd really wanted.
Yeah,
That's that's the match we want. Um, the only other match you can give us is, like I said, Gunther versus Rollins, because I think people will happily accept that too.
yeah.
And CM Punk versus Stone Cold to go with it. So it might be based on, I'm hearing people say it might be based on if Stone Cold willing to come back or not. If not, they going Punk
I mean,
versus. I do
listen,
want to know how they're gonna do the
surgery's been
WrestleMania because
happening, so
I do love that WWE did something so smart. The first two people to announce was Cody first, Punk second.
second, yeah.
Those are the two favorites. The two favorites announced first and second.
Simple storytelling, bro.
Yeah, so these the people, and we know Shinsuke gonna be enough because he's trying to ruin Cody's life.
Well, I think we've made it to
But
the end of the show, folks.
we have. Tell us what y'all think. Tell us, do y'all believe HBK who has got us to care about Lash Legend and Trick Williams,
True. At least
and
Triple H.
Fallon Henley and Tatum Paxton who's
I
like
don't even know
stalking
who the fuck
Lyra.
that is, so.
Well, you'll see her soon when she's stalking Lyra. Shout out to Becky Lynch for putting Lyra Valkyrie over so much.
Yeah, I remember her for beating Becky.
In a great match too, by the way. In a very good
Good
match.
match.
Yeah, so let us know if that guy who made all these people who I didn't care about a year ago great, and now he got little young 22-year-old monster who you can push to the moon.
Or is the Booker of the Year going to be Triple H, the man who froze hell?
Yeah, and TK is out of it. I'm sorry, he's
Yeah,
not winning with it.
TK fell out. Listen, you got your 3 years in a row, which is so fucking ridiculous. You got, but I don't think you're getting 2023, bub.
Yeah, I think it's already a month in like November. They messing with telling you it's Triple
Yeah,
H
I
and
was
not
gonna
you.
say
So I'm like in November he telling you it's not you. I think even though it's an award voted showing them AEW
yeah,
stands, so
but they
you
do
might
go
still
hard, so
somehow
he
win.
can still. Yeah, exactly.
But according to Dave, you ain't winning. But his fans might be his AEW stand, so I don't know how
But
that. But you
I've
probably
seen
win it
even the
again.
hardcore AEW stands are starting to wane a little bit. It's starting to get iffy out there.
It's mostly because WWE product is hot right now,
Yeah,
like it
super
has.
hot.
It's super hot. Punk versus Rollins. How excited are you for it after you've seen it?
Who,
And
if you
is
don't see one of the, let us know if you don't see either. If you don't see Punk versus Rollins at Mania or fucking Roman Cody, who do you think's gonna step up for those Mania matches? If not these four easy picks.
I think Jay versus Jimmy gonna be one. What else gonna be on?
Well, I was talking about
I'm assuming Gunther Brock Lesnar. If
yeah, I
Gunther
was
not
gonna
going after
say
Rollins, which was legitimize. Brock been taking a lot of L's, but yeah, Gunther beating Brock was legitimize his IC title reign as the greatest ever.
true,
It like even though it's like basically done almost, that was solidified. It ain't even no question. You should have. Um, we got a bunch. What they gonna do with so many other talents that's getting hot? Like what they do with Drew and Sammy? Is they gonna
let
be a
us know
match?
what
I
you
would
think
listen.
in the comments below.
Yeah. And like we start off the show, WWE meeting with AEW. I mean WWE meeting with WB. If WB goes with WB and AEW doesn't get a contract because of this, is AEW just an indie show now? Not dead. It's not gonna be dead.
It's not gonna be
TK
dead.
got way too much
He got too
money
much
for
money.
it to die. If you wishing for AEW to be dead, you are mistaken by a lot.
But if you're wishing for them to lose out on some TV rights, you might get that wish.
Yeah, so let us know how you feel about that, all that stuff. Like I want y'all to understand, AEW is not gonna die because
No,
TK got. He is a fan, and he's not Ted Turner. It's gonna live on like this, like TNA did. Despite you just might not be on your
He's like
television, and it
Dixie
might.
Carter, but better with money and more money.
Yes, that's
More money. Dixie
what
Carter
I'm
with
saying.
more
So,
money.
but it's gonna be around. It just will it still be relevant? Will it just be like notched down to where it's not even on TV as much, and you have to go find some abstract channel like.
Maybe some other TV network will pick it up. Who knows?
Hey, Dynamite does well enough. They might tell you to cancel the other two shows because they don't want
Yeah,
that
I
crap.
can definitely see them losing shows before just losing the deal outright. Like
Because
Rampage and
Dynamite the
Collision
only show
both.
worth watching right
Because
now.
I thought the whole Collision was contingent upon CM Punk. I thought was the whole thing back in the day, and now CM Punk's
Yeah.
gone. And I mean, the show only does 300K,
I think, like I said,
400K
I
is
think
no
those
good
two
for.
shows nobody want. He tried to get ROH on TV and WB said no,
Nope. They're like, man,
we
look,
not
we
doing.
gave you 3 shows and 2 of them barely pull ratings, and the one has been so consistent it's almost stale. Because
Yeah, I would want Dynamite. The Dynamite does well enough on TV. I
yeah, but
want.
you got to think
So,
it does that. Those same 800,000 or so people just tune in every Wednesday for that shit.
but I like 800,000 on the TV. 200,000 ain't enough for me to put you in prime time. I'm just telling you on a Saturday or
Yeah,
Friday. I can
but
just put on.
honestly,
It's cheaper for me to put on a movie like Bad Boys 2 again and do similar numbers
like I
and
said,
have it
I
for
feel like,
automatic on replay.
Brett, I feel like anybody, if you're in a prime time spot on any time during the weekend cable, Brett, you should be able to pull a million viewers. You just should. Dynamite can't.
Let us know y'all thoughts. How y'all feel about AEW, where it's going. Again, I don't wish AEW to go away.
I just wish it would be
I,
booked better.
same. I wish you just got his own ego and and book better. Shout out to the wrestlers because they be putting on amazing performances.
Yeah,
Though.
shut up. Y'all
Y'all
are
be
getting paid too. If Tony wants to pay you for
yeah.
fucking doing nothing, get your money.
Shout out to all y'all. Ricky Stark, see you at WWE next year. When the hell this country up next year? See you.
Something like that. Look,
See
bring
you there.
Powerhouse Hobbs with you. If you can somehow secretly spirit away MJF to do that, all of you boys will get amazing NXT runs, and I'm sure once you get main roster side, it'll be crazy.
Hey, even Lexus King is getting a lot of TV.
Think
Hey,
NXT's ratings are doing nothing but getting better.
they are. They
Still not,
consistent. They
still not quite a million fucking, but 700,000, sometimes 800,000. The developmental show's doing as well as your flagship show, AEW. You gotta get it together.
So let us know how y'all feel about the shows. Let us know what your thoughts. How do you like Just a Fan Wrestling? I do appreciate y'all. I do appreciate y'all. Remember to what it need to do, like and subscribe.
Hit the notification bell.
And always remember we got Kane to Conquer the Track Star. We talking about that tonight on I'll Be That News. Go to follow Uniqo Williams on YouTube so you can see Draymond suspended indefinitely as he talk about it. Like I said, Uniqo Williams on YouTube. Go sub to that channel right now. Go support our boy. Get him up to the 500. Then we're going to get him to 1,000. He's going to be popping off. Because y'all got to remember, tomorrow is Baller Friday. So be ready to watch him on his show. Me and him going to do probably the Yu Yu Hakusho review tomorrow and Raising Canaan. And I still got to go do these movie reviews. But I'm going to get to it. I've been Tori knows I'm on a box right now until
Be like
we're in
that.
a we're in a struggle period until I move into my place January 10th, which is that's gonna be a celebration. Wait till y'all watch that show. So remember to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, all of that jazz. Tori, where can they find you?
Of course, at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. Of course, here on Overall 99 Media, be an Overall 99 scumbag. You can catch me Friday on the Blurred Cartel on Friday night. You're talking about wrestling all over again. Um, you know the vibe, something flagrant, something inflammatory.
Yeah. And we'll probably we'll try to get some other shows back because me and Tori do get other show that we need to try to get back to.
I
Hey,
might
listen,
pop in
I
for the
moved.
Yu Yu Hakusho review. Who knows?
Yeah, but I've been life been busy. I've been moving multiple times over the last 3 months. What is be my fourth move in
He's in his Rolling Stone era, folks.
January I'll be settled. So hopefully we gonna get our shows back. We had what casual conversations we
Yeah,
gotta get
true.
back to. So Wednesday might be back to casual conversations. Friday might be back. Oh, well, not Friday. We'll probably do Thursdays again as we doing today. Thursday might be just a fan wrestling. Wednesday casual conversation. Might get back to that schedule. So let us know, like and subscribe, all that stuff. And I am your host, Zelmae. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If I don't see
Happy
y'all again,
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, whatever other religious holidays that go around this time that America gonna use to like sell you a gift because that's what we do. Capitalism, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jonathan, man. That man ran from that white woman like every black man should when they sense trouble.
He
We
always
out.
will.